A distress signal crackled through the radio waves of the open sea. All officers, including the captain, are dead, lying in chart room and bridge. Possibly whole crew dead. There was a pause, then one final message. I die. When rescuers reached the ship, they found every crew member dead, eyes wide open, faces frozen in absolute terror. No wounds, no blood, no explanation. Minutes later, the ship exploded. This is the mystery of the Ourang Medan, the ghost ship the world was never meant to find. Sometime in the late 1940s, 2 American vessels were traveling through the Strait of Malacca, one of the busiest and most dangerous shipping lanes in the world. Suddenly, a distress call was picked up. The message didn't follow protocol. It was broken, panicked, and deeply disturbing. The ship identified itself as the Ourang Medan, a Dutch merchant vessel. What followed would become one of the strangest maritime mysteries ever recorded, and one many believe was deliberately erased from history. Radio operators aboard the American ship SS Silver Star listened in disbelief as the message repeated. Every officer was dead. The captain was dead. The crew dead. No coordinates were given. No explanation. Just silence after the final words. Against protocol and fear, the Silver Star altered course to find the Ourang Medan. What they discovered would haunt them forever. When the Silver Star reached the Ourang Medan, the ship was drifting silently. No smoke, no movement, no response. A boarding team climbed aboard. What they found defied logic. Every crew member lay where they had fallen, on deck, in the engine room, on the bridge. Not a single body showed signs of injury, but their faces. Their mouths were frozen open, eyes wide, arms stretched out, as if shielding themselves from something they could see, but we cannot. Even the ship's dog was dead. The air was unnaturally cold. And then, rescuers noticed something worse. The boarding crew reported a sudden intense chill below deck, far colder than the surrounding tropical waters should allow. They described the ship as wrong. No chemical burns, just death. Fearing something catastrophic, the Silver Star attempted to tow the Ourang Medan to port. They never made it. As the tow began, smoke suddenly poured from the Ourang Medan's lower decks. Moments later, the ship exploded. It sank into the ocean, taking every body, every clue, and every answer with it. The sea closed over the wreck, and just like that, the Ourang Medan vanished. Here's where the mystery deepens. No official shipping registry lists a vessel named Ourang Medan. Dutch maritime records? Silent. Insurance documents missing. Yet multiple independent reports reference the same distress call. Some historians believe the ship's existence was intentionally erased. But why? What happened aboard that ship that someone didn't want discovered? The most widely accepted theory. The Ourang Medan may have been secretly transporting illegal chemical weapons, possibly potassium cyanide or nerve agents. A leak could have killed instantly, caused extreme fear, leave no external injuries, triggered freezing expressions, and caused the ship to explode when exposed to air. This would explain the cover-up, the missing records, and the rapid destruction of the ship. But no proof was ever found. A malfunction in the engine room could have released deadly gas. But this fails to explain. A terror on their faces, the frozen postures, the sudden cold reported by rescuers, and the carbon monoxide causes sleep. Not horror. Some believe the crew encountered something not human. Unexplained phenomena. A presence. Something that triggered overwhelming fear and paralysis. The final radio message, I die, feels less like a report and more like a warning. But like all paranormal theories, there's no evidence. Only questions, the most unsettling theory of all. What if the Ourang Medan wasn't a real ship? What if it was a fabricated story? A psychological operation or a legend born from fear and rumor. Yet multiple witnesses heard the same signal, and the Silver Star's crew swore they boarded something. So what did they see? A ship without records. A crew frozen in terror. A final message that chills the spine, and a mystery that ended in fire and water. Whether the Ourang Medan carried forbidden weapons, or encountered something far worse, one thing is certain: every answer sank with that ship, and whatever killed the crew of the Ourang Medan was never meant to be discovered. What do you think happened aboard the ghost ship? A chemical disaster? A military secret? Or something the ocean doesn't want us to understand? Leave your theory below, and join us next time as we uncover another mystery hidden behind the veil of secrets.